So we have our soft live right now.
All right.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Still alive.
That's good.
And
That's
you?
all we can ask for.
Looks
Not
like
bad.
looks like it's a little bit more sunshine out there than here.
Oh yeah, it's we're just hitting the prairie sunset. I got about 10 more minutes of daylight, then
Well, that's
then
long gone here.
then I'm gonna go artificial light. It's only almost 7 o'clock here,
Well,
so I get a little bit of time.
Yeah. Very good.
Weather's been gorgeous here.
How about you, John? All the wind and hail and all this stuff that hit, I guess, the northern part of Toronto. Did that get to you at all?
It passed through 5 miles north of us.
Okay, so
We didn't get any hail. We got wind, but it wasn't terribly bad.
Yeah.
Which, usually we would if it's windy, but we didn't.
Yeah.
The tornadoes, the closest would be 5-6 miles is probably the closest.
It's still pretty
that
close.
It got. Yeah, it's just a narrow band.
Yeah,
just enough. That's good.
Just enough. But yeah, there was
Just enough.
a number of guys that I know lost sheds or barns or part of.
Oh yeah.
No.
Barns. Yeah.
Does it destroy crop typically, or they're resilient enough to?
The hail does. Like the corn is stripped. Like anywhere where, like the hail was it was good sized hail.
Okay.
So all the leaves just get shredded. So you basically got your stalk left. So the corn's done. Which most of it gets harvested for silage. So it's chopped, the corn stalk and all.
Okay.
So guys are chopping it now. I don't know how close to mature it was, so they might not lose a lot, but they won't have the value there that it should have.
Yeah, it's not what they were hoping for.
No.
That's too bad. That sucks.
But I guess it's part of life in the real world.
Yeah. It's when you're dependent on the weather, you're never gonna win.
Yeah. Tough one. Yeah.
You can have a couple of good years, but yeah.
Won't be every year.
Nope.
And out west, they know that better than anything.
Oh man. Yeah, the number of people that I've spoken with in the last couple of weeks that had to evacuate, it's pretty crazy because of the wildfires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing we don't have to worry about. Well, less likely to happen on our area.
Get a wildfire around here, man. I don't know what would have started it, but I think there'd be other issues too.
Yeah.
Good evening, Tony.
We are 9 o'clock, so let me fire up the old intro. Hey, is anybody able to share the just arrived from Tesro? Because I can't share anything right now.
Let me see. I can pull it up.
If anyone wants to bring it up, share it, and then just talk about it, that would be awesome. All right, guys, stand by. Hey, welcome to episode 27 of the Rimfire Nation Podcast, proudly brought to you by Tesro.ca, your home for all your precision shooting needs. This week we have Thomas and John and myself. I am actually doing it from my roadside command center in Saskatoon in the Rona Home and Garden parking lot. The cabana is just over there. So that's where I'm heading to after this podcast, if we finish early. Not a problem. So anyway, gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Very good. Very good.
Good. So this last couple of days of not being at work has allowed me some free time to catch up. So I apologize to all of the CRPS, ORPSers that have been waiting for all kinds of stuff, like stats updates and schedules and things like that. So we're finally getting caught up. Plus we had that surprise rescheduling for our Western match. We had to move it from Sherwood Park to, luckily we had a location. Steve Emblin, thank you very much over at Canadian Historical Arms Society for bailing us out. So we've got a venue using their range one, I think, 800-meter range for the CRPS match there on the 25th, which is a Saturday. So thank you very much. That was the undesired, unplanned, unneeded, last-minute panic.
You're planning a target at 800?
No, I think they've got a life-size steel buffalo or bison at 800 meters. Well, they had it one time. I don't know if it's still around. I don't know if anybody knows for sure. I'm sure somebody will comment. Hey, Mr. Tony Norman. Hey, Mr. Longridge. How are things? We have Facebook users. I don't know. I don't see the name because StreamYard doesn't show it, and I don't have access to Facebook. So, good. Yeah, thank you. Still the buffalo or the bison. Yeah. So, gentlemen, what's been going on? Who's been playing with what? I know John's been playing with a lot of cool stuff that we want to get to. Thomas, have you been playing with anything new?
Work's been pretty busy. I'm starting to build a little anxiety about finding the time to check my drop now that the general weather has dropped at least 10-15 degrees since the last match. But hopefully I'll get it in between now and the NRS finale. Not this weekend, the following weekend.
Nice. Hey, actually, before we do that, let's jump into Tesro's Just Arrived. I noticed you had that set up. Do you want me to share that now, Thomas?
Yeah, you can share it, but I'll let you do the talking, I guess. I'll just scroll when you ask me to.
Okay, let me see if I can do this. Add to stream. Okay, so there we go. So Just Arrived. So this thing caught my eye. So he's got a couple of CZ PCP air rifles in 177, one with a scope, one without, for roughly just around the $600 mark. And I believe what Asmir told me is these are made by Air Arms. For those that know, air rifles, Air Arms makes some pretty phenomenal air rifles, like the TX200. I've been following it for a while. So this is on my radar now. That's interesting for like an indoor trainer. Is basically what I'm going to use it for. I just need to get a scuba tank and get it filled up so I can just charge up the cylinder. And then he's got some rings. What else he's got down there, Thomas? What is that? Rails?
Yeah.
457 rail?
527.
527. Okay, so that's
which one's the 527? Is that the semi?
No, I think that's a center of fire. 557, 527. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I should have done some research before. Yeah, so check out the Just Arrived page at Tesro for all of the great deals. I know we still got some ammo out there.
Lots of quantity.
Lots of quantity. I think he still got a 457 precision trainer.
Well, we got the 557 here in 308. Is that the same one as?
No, I think that was a
527. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's their smaller center fire rifles. So
check
out the Just Arrived. There's sure, yeah.
Yeah, that PCP rifle that didn't catch my eyes this morning, but I actually have to see Asmir tomorrow or Friday. I might ask to see that. Take a little closer look.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, check them out. He's bringing more and more cool stuff. Certainly, he's moved on from just what he used to carry was shooting accessories, like air rifle shooting accessories. Now he's into reloading. So check him out. Pretty good pricing and always great service with Tesro.ca. Hey, Dan. Hey, Sean Marginet. How are you, buddy? For those that missed it, I posted on CRPS Facebook group about connecting with Sean in Winnipeg. We're going to get him on the show next week. I couldn't get my stuff together for tonight, but I do want to get him on to talk about not only Marginet Metalworks and his passion for bringing refined shooting accessories, but also the other interesting part is kind of how he got into this business, where he was part of PGW, was one of the production guys initially, and then moved into design. And in fact, the last project he got involved with is the Direwolf. And for those who don't know the Direwolf, it's probably the coolest, baddest ass or semi-automatic rifle in the world. It's a 338 semi-auto, basically a giant 338 AR, if you will. And Stephen Alstad had shown some test firing clips way back when, so that's pretty cool. That's lots of badassery sent rapidly downrange, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. So thanks, Sean. So we'll get you on next week if schedules work. And thank you for all your support. And oh yeah, I was talking and because I'm in Saskatoon, I always got to stop by and visit Ben at Extreme Range, and we were just talking, and then Ben and Sean got connected because of the post, and now Extreme Range is going to be carrying some of Sean's stuff. So if you're looking for some of the Marginet Metalworks accessories, refined shooting accessories, this is how I call them, check out Extreme Range Outfitters in a couple of, maybe next week, Sean? I guess I'll figure out the pricing and sort it out. But in the next few weeks, they'll have that sorted out. So anyway, that's my exciting stuff. Oh yeah, and I was at Extreme Range XRO, and he's got a fabulous new shop stocked with guns. My favorite prairie gun dealer. And I mean, the shelves are a little bare because people are cleaning them out, but he's working on getting that store filled up. So if you're in the area or not in the area, it's definitely worth a drive. Just say hi and talk to his super friendly and helpful staff. His team of professionals willing to help you find just what you're looking for. So thanks, Ben, for the hospitality. You bought me lunch, delicious. And that's another thing I've been doing in Saskatoon. Connected with some of my Maple Seed buddies. While I was here, there's a Maple Seed on the 15th. I was hoping to have Maple Seed here today and tomorrow, but unfortunately the ranges were all booked by the police services in RCMP for their recertification. So yeah, that's pretty much happening everywhere. Winnipeg was doing the same thing too. Their ranges are fully booked as well. So I think people are trying to catch up on their recertifications since COVID hit. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, driving so far. I think I'm at 2,500. No, probably more than that. Where am I now? Over 3,000 kilometers from home. So getting closer. So I should be in Medicine Hat by the weekend, in time for a Maple Seed on the Saturday. So for those folks who are looking for a cool weekend activity, Maple Seed Saturday, and then a CRPS match in Medicine Hat on Sunday. And if you look at the wind apps, it is going to be a brutal match, a brutal match. And so William Audrin is the match director for that. And I looked at the course of fire, and those targets are pretty tiny. Well, not tiny. Some are 2.5 to 3 MOA. Some are maybe 4. But with the gusty winds they're going to have here, it's gonna be potentially mission impossible. But it's going to be the same wind for everybody. So we'll see where it goes. But John loves wind, right, John? That's your favorite. Sure, it's your separating the men from the boys. One day I'm gonna try and figure out this wind thing, because it's kicking my ass all the time. And anyway,
shoot pretty well as long as the wind doesn't show up.
Yeah, maybe we should take a course. I should take a course. Maybe go up to Milcon and see Linda and Keith. Maybe they'll train me up some, or any one of their disciples out west. Yeah, these guys in Saskatchewan and Manitoba, they know how to read wind. I think the last time some of the Saskatoon guys went out, Adam and Dylan and a couple other guys went out there, I think they podiumed. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I brought in, showed off some of the loaner rifles that we had. So Ben was extremely excited to see the Rim X's and the Voodoos, and now he's tempted. So no doubt. I didn't visit Rob Furlong. I'm not sure where he is. Hannah? Is he Hannah, Alberta? Is he in Alberta, or is he out here? I'm not sure where he is. I should look it up. I met a couple of those guys in the past, but I'd love to take one of their courses. The Rob Furlong marksmanship. Oh, no, I'm thinking call sign 66. Rob Furlong's different, I think. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling on. It's been I've been alone in my head for a week now. So I apologize if I seem a little stir crazy. You're like the first civilization I've talked to in a while that wasn't talking back in a weird voice. So yeah, I apologize for rambling. Anyway, so I spent the day McDonald's today, kind of trying to clean up all the all of the outstanding stuff. So thank you, Thomas, for the ORPS, and John for CRPS. I finally updated all the stats. I know there's a couple of matches still missing from August because they didn't send in their practice scores yet, and I only caught that today when I was doing the finances for that. So thank you, gentlemen, for your tireless work. So for those of people interested, the stats have been updated. I think there's one stat that we've got to correct still on ORPS in the open division. We've got an incorrect first place open because we counted 2 matches. So for those that don't know, if you're shooting Outlaw Series, you're able to shoot as many matches as you want in the month, but it's only your first match that will count for your placement, which is fair, because then in effect you'd have been practicing. So that's what we do, and sneaky naming conventions got past our team of data security experts, and we double counted. So, but we caught that, and we're going to be fixing that. So, yeah. So, John, second place overall so far.
Yeah.
I didn't even look how far apart you were.
Kevin's got 21 points on me, I believe, right? 20 and a half or something.
20 and a half. Okay. And then I'm working with Travis to get that Eastern. Yeah, I don't think anyone beat a 490, Tony. I don't think anyone got a 500. I didn't see a 500. But actually, one of the cool things I happened to be, I was so we had a maple seed in Winnipeg. So on day 2, I met a guy named Gabriel Lafontaine. He works at Dominion Outdoors, who is, I guess, the host or has a range, ORPS Dominion Outdoors range. And he was actually the #1 production shooter in ORPS. I didn't even know that. So, and the cool part about Gabriel is he shoots I think it's a Savage Mark II, but he's a lefty. So he's got to reach over and cycle the bolt every time he has to fire a shot. So can you imagine doing a maple seed with having to reach around and cycle that bolt? How crazy is that? Anyway, he scored Rifleman, which is pretty dang impressive. So for those that don't know, maple seed is challenging with a semi-auto, but if you've got a bolt action that's not that's offhanded for you, that's almost not going to happen for you. But Gabriel was pretty impressive. Yeah, he was posting some teeny tiny groups at the beginning of the day, and he kept it up, and he kept it together and got his Rifleman patch. So, congrats, Gabriel. Yeah. What else? What else is going on, guys? Anything else new and exciting?
I think Tony was asking about the 490 because last weekend we had a pretty large ORPS by Stittsville Standard, actually. 40 shooters in the morning and 26 in the afternoon. So that's the biggest crowd we've had so far. We ran August.
That's the biggest crowd, period.
I don't know. Rod runs some pretty big ones, I think.
He gets in the mid-50s, I think. I don't think he's got into the 60s yet.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a pretty busy match. August was challenging, but September was a pretty high score match in general. And I feel like I'm the only one here. And Tony basically shot a perfect match until he shit the bed on the last stage and missed one round. I believe, and maybe he can correct me, but he actually, because he shoots semi, and he got a little stovepipe on that last stage. Yeah,
no way.
He looked pretty pissed when he came to tell me that.
That's heartbreaking. So let me just add John to the stream here.
I wasn't sure. There? Last round stoppage on the semi. I wasn't sure if I had dropped out for a while.
You're kidding. Well, I see John's name, but I don't see his video. Yeah. No, his video's off. So I don't know if he just stepped away for a second or something. But
there he is.
Hey there you are, John. Yeah, no, that's got to be heartbreaking, Tony.
Around here.
Yeah. Maybe the mice are chewing up. So me working out of my car is better data quality than you at home. That like I can't see what the quality is like. I got old man eyes, so I can't even see anything.
That's pretty good.
Well, Tony, that just means you got something.
No, it's us and
not
him, or what?
What's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, sorry, Tony. You'd have to try next month. Something to shoot for. I don't think anyone's done a perfect score yet.
Yeah.
Like 480s is the highest one I saw until you're 490. So
we got 490 now.
Yeah.
It was a fun. Both stages, both course fire were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we had 6 new shooters, like first time. So that was pretty interesting. I had them mostly all in one squad, which I took on with the help of Russ Rodriguez.
Oh, nice.
Who was basically showed up. I had 2 co-match director. Pascal took care of setting up the afternoon match while I'm busy compiling the scores for the morning match. And Russ helped me from the morning on. He wanted to see, what's the routine? How do we do all this? Because he will be bringing. I got to get this right. Is it Lower Trent Valley? I think.
Yeah.
Online pretty soon. So for guys in that area, you have a new match director, and if all goes well, October should be match number 1. It may be off the books, but it will be available.
Just get on the books.
I know.
Every point counts, man. Oh, is that the last one? That's the last one. Yeah, that's too bad. Nice. That's awesome. How crazy was it? Did you combine all those into one match? The results?
No,
morning and afternoon.
I split them. I did 2 match on the tablets.
Okay.
Sometimes I do that. I will combine them at the end just so that we have an overall for the day.
Yeah,
but
I
don't usually send that to practice score. That's just for
because there's a feature within practice score to combine them just after the fact. So I can't remember what it was, but I was going to take advantage of it. Well, that's what I use for the 2-day matches.
Yeah.
I just combine them. And then for X22 with a multidiscipline, they're run like 4 separate matches that are just combined. So there is a function.
I'll have to look into that, yeah.
Yeah. Combining multiple days into one match.
For us, it's usually the opposite. Is I combine the ORPS stages with the bonus stages in one, and then at the end of the match, I have to strip out the bonus and make 2 matches out of it so that they're separate in practice score.
Yeah,
it's a bit more fiddling, but it works.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy now. I think we added like 8 new ranges, 8 new clubs in the last 4 months,
and we've got more coming too.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
It's awesome
because I really want to see. Who?
Someone says, "John, your red pen's on your desk."
Yeah.
Is that your stats pen, John? Is that your?
Yeah, Carl. This one here. It's a useless pen. We'll put it that way. What I want is my phone charger because I got my computer connected to my phone now, so that because I don't know, someone else is using too much data around here, and I have no idea where my phone charger is, and it's gonna die.
Oh no! Oh no! Tell me to get off of Netflix, John.
Yeah, well, I think she's doing the guy that used to board here. He's married and gone now. So she's doing a photo album thing for him. It's in some online program.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
Dude, your wife's very talented.
Yeah, she is actually, believe it or not. That's why I picked her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then I question her judgment, John.
Yeah, I know. There's others that do too.
And you know what? I'm so happy. I'm thankful I'm on the winning end of that, questionable judgment.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, so RPS is taken off, which is super. It's nice to see, and it's nice to meet. So, it's fun because I had my first experience where people are talking about ORPS and explaining it to me, which is really cool.
Didn't realize
it's really
you
cool. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I met one of the shooters today. I was sitting at McDonald's doing all of the stuff I was doing today, and Bill Enns came by and said, "Rick," I said, "Hey,
no way.
Bill Enns." Said, yeah, it was cool. So he had shot a couple of maple seeds and CRPS match, and he recognized me and said hi. So of all the places, get to meet some fellow shooters, which is nice. So I actually saw Chris Kimball yesterday at Extreme Range Outfitters. Chris is one of the instructors from Maple Seed. He was just buying shotgun shells. So small town, everybody knows everybody. If you want to meet people, just go to McDonald's or Extreme Range Outfitters. So, yeah. So John, do you receive any new rifles recently? Anything new noteworthy? This new rifle?
Plural. Why did you ship something to me or something that I should know about?
No. I'm still waiting. I gotta go get that deuce from IBI, and I still gotta wait because I'm 2 weeks away from there. 3 weeks.
Oh, so you're actually gonna pick it up? You didn't?
I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little.
Yeah. I guess you're gonna stop there anyway.
Yeah, I gotta visit Martin at MDT and Derek at Ultimatum.
Yep.
Precision. Yeah. Just make the tour, visit, say hi to the folks, drop off some stickers and hats.
Yeah, for sure.
Around. Check out what's coming for 2022.
Yeah.
So
I see.
How's the deuce performing for you, sir? Or is it too early to say?
No, I got more than a couple boxes through it already.
Okay, so is it broken in?
I have almost an average person's year's worth through it.
Okay, that's good.
It's I like it.
Yeah,
that'll be the short answer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you ready to? So what do you like about it?
The top thing I would pick is feeding.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it is going to prove to be the easiest action of flawless feeding. The mag height in relation to the bolt is quite forgiving from what I can see.
Yeah. Did you adjust your mag at all?
Yes. Like I adjust it has the inner mag stack that you can raise and lower. And then you have the outer shell, which you fit tight up against your action based on whatever chassis you're using. So that outer shell catch, you set that so your mag is right tight. And, don't make it so tight you gotta slam it in there, but so it snaps in nice, but you don't have any wiggle. Right. Then the stack, you simply leave the screws on the shell slightly loose, have the stack sticking out the top too far, close your bolt, stick your mag in, drop your mag out, tighten your screws up, and you're good to go. Now, what I found for me, I have the short latch on my ACC, so I could get the main body of the magazine a little bit tighter if I had the long latch. So I have a little bit of play up and down. So if I set it on a bag, then my mag would hit the bolt. And then I'd have a little bit of a stiff, and it never would jam, but I just hate a stiff bolt. So I dropped my stock all the way down. So I'd be I wouldn't be an 1/8 of an inch low, but I would be, I'm going to say 3/32, more than a 1/16 of an inch.
Okay.
And it feeds perfect. I have never had it misfeed.
So you're 3/32 below the bolt.
Yes.
So if you put
with the Rimex, you didn't have that much wiggle room.
So if you put a couple of layers of tape on the bolt and then set your mag in, that would be perfect.
I don't even know if it matters, to be honest. Well, okay, if I had the long mag catch, then that stack height would be adjusted differently because my mag would be all the way up.
Yeah.
Currently, my mag is about a 16th loose.
Got it.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter. The mag snaps right in. It drops out easy. I get perfect feeding.
Slick.
So
you're happy with it.
I'm really happy. The mags load really nice. Show us the groups. It outshoots yours, Tony. I bet you she cuts it in half. Anytime you want to make a bet, let me know.
That's pretty ballsy, John. This is like a Western gunslinger here.
So I think I would rate that at the top. Reliability as far as
reliability. Nice. And you never got it to hang up, no matter how much pressure you're putting on that mag. You couldn't get it off.
I don't know what you'd do if you'd short stroke it, I guess. Yeah. But you can't push that mag anyway. It just feeds.
How's the extraction and ejection?
Extraction's 100%. The ejection is where I have issues because I'm running the spur mount and it's wide. Okay. So what's the wager? Say 500 yards, steak dinner.
So you got your Genesis and Tony's got his strike.
Oh, I can dial that with my Minox.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, we could even do a reasonable close distance, like 300 yards.
300 would be that would be a good test.
Yeah. No, he's gonna.
There you go. Put your money where your mouth is, Gingrich.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun.
Nice.
So what was I saying now?
Ejection.
Oh, so the cases come out and they hit the bottom of my spur, and then they bounce back in when I run the bolt slowly.
Okay.
My version of fast and slow, I don't know how that compares, but if I run the bolt faster, there's less chance it'll happen. And so I talked with Derek, and he is also running a spur and has not had that issue. Okay. So is there something different? We can't figure out that there's anything different between ours. They're going to check into it. Doesn't matter. I run Federal, Ely, Lapua,
it happens.
SK, yeah, everything. Because I wondered about that too, if it has to do with the rim thickness,
rim shape. Exactly. Yeah.
So I modified my spur mount, and
you Bubba, you spur mount?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only John would Bubba a spur mount.
Yeah. So now I've only had it happen twice now in 1,000 rounds since I modified the mount. And both of those times was a really slow bolt stroke.
So you just radiused the corner or something, so it didn't quite stick up as much.
I cut out the center of the clamp, so it's a full length clamp.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you really cleared it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I could throw my IOR back on because the tier 1, the center of those mounts is narrower. It's no wider than the rail.
Yeah.
And it'll be 100% problem solved. I wasn't sure if I want to switch back to the IOR now that I'm used to the Minox before the Northern Rimfire finale.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll run the Minox.
What are you going to run for the finale? You're going to stay with what you've been shooting, I guess.
The Minox for sure. Which rifle?
You're not going to switch now, would you?
I might.
Your dope must have changed.
Oh, significantly.
But you don't have it memorized. It's all written down, or?
Yeah, I never memorize it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what I run that day. I expect it will be the Deuce.
Really? That's a ringing endorsement.
Yes. The action, it feels different, of course, than the Rimex, but it is very smooth. And I do have the tighter chamber.
Yeah.
The headspace is not loose.
Did you ask for the tighter chamber?
Yes. Yeah.
So you asked
Ryan and I discussed it. Then
and he still let you make a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, the Kelpie, if you're looking for perfectly smooth cycling, the Kelpie 4.
Yeah.
And like my Rimac shoots good too.
Yeah.
Depending what ammo. So Ely Match is what has been shooting the best. I haven't shot any 10x yet. And that's a shorter cartridge. The tolerances are finer. It cycles beautiful.
I wonder what because I've got a box of I got a brick of match pistol. I wonder what the difference is between match pistol and match.
The bullet, match pistol would have the rounded bullet, like the same as like your sport.
Yeah.
And the match has EPS.
Okay. Interesting.
But the bolt design I really like on it. Yeah. Because it's a rear locking lug, you don't have that center flex, and so the bolt is extremely smooth. You'd almost have to wreck something to bind the bolt. Like it just cycles.
Yeah, you got me so excited. I can't wait to get to production.
So hopefully,
thanks, buddy. 3 weeks.
The compatibility with the TriggerTech diamonds, isn't perfect. So the timing's off. So they got a fix for that. I don't have it yet, but they're working on that. If you're running a special, it's not an issue.
Okay. So
the timing still isn't perfect.
So
I expect
what's a short-term fix? Put a Timony on it or something?
No, just don't run your weight too low.
Oh, okay.
So if you're trying to run under a pound, you'll have issues.
Okay, yeah, I don't run under a pound. I usually run a pound and a half.
Yeah, then it's a non-issue. That's why if you're using a special or something, it's not a problem.
Keeps you out of the danger zone.
And I don't run that low anyway, so for me it's not an issue. But you can feel the bolt just a little bit if you're picky.
Okay.
But no, it's really smoothed out nice. I like it. I'm not quite ready to publicly say that it's as smooth as a Rimax after saying there's no way it would be. But if it had a Kelpie 4, I'd be getting awfully close. So
nice.
And
that's pretty good. For out of the gate, that's pretty good.
Yep. I have some high hopes for it. I think it's a very good setup.
A lot of people do.
The rifle worked out perfect for balance at the 22-inch straight barrel.
Did you add weights on the ACC?
Yes, I have the 4 internals and the 4 externals.
So you're still running full weights?
Exactly the same as the Rimax.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, and it balances maybe slightly more muzzle heavy. It's debatable, but it's perfect. Like I really, really like how it balances. So I don't have to relearn rifle balance. Right. I'll probably run it at the, especially considering the group size is half, right? So I may as well run it for the finale.
Well, there'll be many people looking forward to seeing you put it through its paces.
I guess I can't post them. So I'm running through a bunch of extensive testing. And at this point, there's no question in my mind won't be getting any more 1 in 16 twist barrels. Unless it's for specific.
Yeah. But there's no need, there's no purpose in our frame of reference that would benefit from a 1 in 16.
Correct. If we're doing BR, maybe, yes. It's a little bit different.
But we don't.
Yeah. So the 1 in 12 is a big success, but what I have found, it's yellow and black, Carl. Same yellow though. Picky on my yellows too. Running cheap ammo does not seem to work very well.
Oh, that's like, what do you mean cheap? Like CCI standard velocity or bucket of
I
bullets?
didn't actually shoot any CCI standard velocity.
That would be a good test, John.
Yeah, federal target. CCI is not going to shoot good. Like I basically can guarantee it, but I'm going to do it for fun.
That's too bad because that's my bulk go to.
Yeah. So what I think happens is the faster twist doesn't play well with damaged or misformed bullets.
And with bulk production bullets.
Yeah, and I don't know. I can't prove that absolutely for sure.
Yeah.
But it seems that the better ammo has less flyers.
Right. So I'll have to go to Ely Club then.
Just shoot Ely Match. Now, for me, Ely Match is where it's at. And at 200 yards, I'm shooting under 2 MOA, 20-round groups. At 300 yards, I'm running at the 2 MOA as well. And that's multiple groups.
And you were running sub MOA at 100, right?
100, the vertical is like 3/4 MOA.
Yeah.
And at 50 yards, 0.3 to point. I guess I shot a 0.5 inch group.
And then so with your best 1 in 16 twist, what's the comparison?
At 50 yards, it's the same. At 100 yards, 1 MOA vertical was. It was hard to average a 1 MOA vertical. At 200 yards, I would have been
6 to 8.
What did I say? No, at 200 yards. Let me just pull it up my phone here.
200 yards, you said you were 2 MOA.
That's not true. I have a 1.9 inch group, 2.6. Yeah, I'm just over 1 MOA actually.
That's not bad.
See my average.
for a 22 at 200, that's pretty decent. Hey, Comic Sniper, Matt is not gone now. He's kind of taking the evening. I think he was tied up with something. He's like in this phase now where he's spending a lot of time with Dory. I think they were on vacation together for a while. And now I don't know. This is complete speculating on my part. No, he's still very much part of the Rimfire Nation. He's just
they picked up a stroller from me a few weeks ago too. Turned it into a gun stroller though. But
okay. I thought you were starting rumors now.
Okay, so at 200 yards, I'm averaging 1.2 MOA.
For a 20-round group, Tony's saying?
Yes, 20-round groups. And that was shot, like, it wasn't all shot at one time. It was like 12 hours. And like, it was over a period of time, multiple groups.
Okay.
And I was...
That's pretty decent, John.
We had like 5-6 mile an hour winds. And at 300...
Yes, Tony, that is holy shit.
So 1.9 MOA is what I was running at 300 yards.
Holy crap.
That's incredible.
But you know what that means, John? My strategy of bigger groups having better chance because of my bad wind calls. I shouldn't shoot the deuce. That takes away my whole hope as a strategy.
I like that. Never heard you say that before, but that's awesome.
Shotgun style. So now I'm going to miss cleanly all the time because of my bad wind calls. Oh man, that's awesome. I don't think anyone's put any sort of. Well, I know that Alex Sherwood and Ryan put the thing through its paces before production or during the pre-production, certainly. But I think, from what I know of you and your methodology and your attention to detail and your many things that make me nervous about you, John, but I also love those about you is your fastidious nature of data tracking. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think part of that is I'm like, okay, SK rifle match shoots very well too. It's at 300 yards, the groups were 1.5 inches bigger maybe. 1 inch.
You're saying Ely
Wasn't quite as consistent.
Okay, so in your rifle,
And
that lot of Ely match you're shooting is shooting better than rifle match.
It's or long range.
But there's still decent groups. I mean,
yeah,
in a 1 in 16, that rifle match wouldn't shoot anywhere near that nice. That well.
No, I'd have to look it up, but if memory serves, around a 1 in 16 is typically 11, 12 inches with the good ammo. And my good ammo here is definitely running smaller.
Nice. That's pretty.
And what I have found with Ely, like I have shot Ely match before in other rifles, Ely 10X I've tried, and they've never shot extremely well for me because of harmonics, I would say, but they were always very consistent groups. There was no flyers.
Right.
They was like, here's the top of the group, here's the bottom of the group, and everything's spread in there. Now that spread may have been 3 inches larger than my best ammo, but my best ammo would have had a few up here, a few here, and then one low or something weird, right? And seems to me the high-end Ely is just more consistent. So if you can get that high-end Ely to shoot in your rifle, I think it's an advantage. So that brings me to
you ever try any of the Lapuas, like the Minus or Center X?
I did Center X. I did not try the Exact or Midas Plus.
Okay.
It's also a fair shot more money, but I should give it a try, to be fair.
Just to see.
Yeah. But having said that, like the Center X, it shot pretty good.
Yeah. I just want to know if the additional price point would lead to, even smaller groups or it favors that. It favors that, who knows, right? Could be that secret, the Holy Grail. That's cool. Thanks, John.
Yeah, Asmir was just emailing me. I need more ammo. I'm out of ammo. He said he could send it with Thomas to the match, but I want it for the match.
Oh. See, you guys need to plan better. You guys are he's like your crack dealer.
Well, pick quickly because I'm seeing probably tomorrow. But you want to save on shipping? I can carry the bulk, and he can send you the sample.
Great. Yeah. Well, I'll.
That's true. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Hey, and Thomas, don't buy that CZ air rifle, okay, buddy? That'd be a low blow. Just leave me one.
Well, I've actually had a conversation not too long ago with Asmir about. I figured he knows quite a few people that shoot that kind of rifle. I said, you know what? We'll open a air rifle division in at least in Stittsville. Come out and shoot.
Like I said, I'm open to it. It's just the problem is we need to create some stages that are more air gun friendly. Right. Like 100 yards, that's not going to work. It'd be great if we had a 10 meter, right? 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, because I have shot a PCP before. A colleague of mine in the US has one for pest control, and when I purchased my Magnetospeed, I happened to be in the US, so we put it on, and the SV on a good quality PCP is like low single digits. It's amazing. So if you get your ballistics dialed in, there's not much variation. It could be an extremely competitive rifle.
Yeah, I think so. So Kevin and Matt are going center fire. You and I are going air rifle, and John's just shaking his head.
I'm in.
I'm just thinking this 22 stuff's getting so interesting, and now you want to leave it and go to air rifle.
I'm just trying to think of finding a way to practice indoors over the winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't all have
time to go out and practice. Yeah, 10
you
meters.
Coach.
I have 10 meters. I have 10 meters in my basement. So that's why. That's why I want it, because I don't have time to go out the house and practice. But when everybody's in bed, I can go downstairs and shoot my 800 feet per second, 177 PCP air rifle.
Practice
your offhand.
Hopefully, if you get really good at offhand, it'll translate well to positional. In fact,
true.
I don't know if you guys have saw that video of Martin and Ryan this week.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really interesting that the first thing Ryan suggested is practice offhand, obviously with the ACC loaded with weights.
Yep.
You're not going to get a whole lot of practice if you do it offhand. So he went with essentially the end of a broom to be as unstable as possible. And it's all about training your eye and your finger.
Perfect.
To synchronize so that, if you have a limited amount of time where your crosshair is on target, instead of trying to shrink your wobble, you just get better at synchronizing your eyes. So I thought that was, obviously.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, I did post it in the group, the CRPS group, so look for that. It's Ryan and Martin doing training. I think what I put is how do you train? That's what I said. So check it out. I don't think a lot of people looked at it, but I think it's definitely, I posted that for the reason. It's definitely worth a peek. Secret sauce in there. Ryan's an amazing guy who learned from the best and has applied everything he's learned to mastering or continue to master the craft of marksmanship and shooting really, really well. So, I thought it was a really cool video. So,
and it shows that there's practice to be done even if you don't have 200 yards in your backyard.
Yeah.
So I think that was interesting. I still don't have enough space to shoot anywhere near on my property, but at least pretty lucky. I've got a range not too far, so
I know
it works.
I'm jealous of John, then I'm jealous of you. Yeah, nothing.
But the truth is, almost all of my practice is 50 yards.
Yeah,
that's enough.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was training for service rifle nationals, it was all 50 yards or less, and then just occasionally get out to confirm dope.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Oh,
I
speaking
didn't have
dope.
access. Y'all, you got some?
I think 1 in 12 wins there too.
Oh yeah.
What way?
Tell
me more.
And I have no other way to explain this, and I'm not quite ready to believe it, but it would appear that maybe Mike Bush isn't crazy, and BC increases you spin it faster.
You're backpedaling.
I may have to. Long shot camera works great. I have more than a few groups on camera now.
Did it work? Is it tracking your hits?
I really like it. Now that is a time saver when it comes to my steel plate at 500 yards. I can put 5 groups on there, no sweat.
Nice.
So I can throw 100. I can throw 100 rounds on there and track it all. I don't get my group SD, which I would really like to have, but that's okay. I still got my extreme spreads.
Yep. Right. For those who don't know, John's talking about the long shot camera that we sourced from Lab Radar's bringing him in. So as part of that whole long range shooting thing, they started bringing those in, and we purchased a couple for the ELR. And John's got a unit to try out. And so far, you're going to do a video, John, of that, or you don't have time, eh? Just kind of an overview of it?
I will. Awesome. I'm not sure. There's some ideas coming, so. Yeah.
Oh.
It won't do the video. We're going to bring in a professional for this.
Oh,
and,
is it tied to that? Is it tied to that Genesis you've got?
Yeah, we'll throw the Genesis in there, and we want to pull off a trick shot. So yeah.
Oh, you gonna one up Womfat and Kevin?
Oh, I don't know if we'll go for the 1,000 yards.
Oh no, you're gonna go 1,001.
Maybe 1,200.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I think if we're gonna do that, we'll have to switch the Genesis over to the Deuce. Like I have it on the Rimex right now, but
okay. Oh, why would you have it on the 1 in 16? Have it put on the 1 in 12, man. But that was planned. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
no, we got a good trick shot coming up that we'll be able to work the long shot into and the Genesis.
Nice.
Because we're going to need Genesis for the elevation, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're not going to see the target, so we're going to need a long shot.
So what are you thinking of that Genesis so far? What's your early, or I don't know where you are in the use cycle?
Yeah, it's definitely, it does what it's designed for, 100%.
Yeah.
The optical clarity is good enough for the high magnification. So that's one thing I was thinking. We get up over 30, air quality will make a difference for sure. But like a 22 impact at 500 yards, I can see that on plate, no sweat.
With the Genesis.
With the Genesis. With the Minox, it's getting a little bit hard because you don't have the magnification.
Yeah.
So that additional magnification really does help.
That's pretty impressive.
And
that's pretty impressive.
It tracks consistent top to bottom.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's not a PRS scope, obviously, but for ELR, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't decided what I for sure.
So would you buy one?
Yeah, that's the question.
If you were doing ELR, for sure you'd do it.
I was gonna say I'd probably go with the bigger one. I believe it's got some more elevation.
Really?
But
I've got the other, the little brother to that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's a March, but it's not the Genesis.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put that through its paces out here. I gotta mount it. I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for the Deuce.
Yeah.
Once the Deuce comes, then the Genesis is gonna get on there.
Yeah, the 40 times one. Like, I think it would be perfect for the 22 ELR competitions because you're never going to go past 700 yards. Like, we're not there yet.
No.
And even for consistently hitting a plate, it's going to be a lot closer than what we wish it was, unless it gets awfully big.
Like the 700 is kind of like the separating line, right? We'll start at 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 556, and then 80% of the people start dropping out at that point, right?
Yeah, somewhere around 500, I think is going to be 75% of people's last.
Yeah, it's just glass and just mechanical limitations.
Yeah.
So, but that's where we are right now. Later on, like a couple of years from now, when we're all
and that
Mike Bush's 1 and 9,
the 40 will be perfect. Yeah. It'd be. Yeah. I'm curious about 1 and 9 now for a couple of reasons. I think a 1 in 11. I'm thinking.
Of course you do.
Because mathematically, at a 1 in 11, there is no weather conditions that your bullet would not be fully stabilized.
Right.
Theoretically, at a 1 in 12, super cold, low velocity, anyway, whatever. Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, I think we're entering the second phase of rimfire precision, right? We've this is the third phase. So we had the early phase where we all had the 1022s and the Savage Mark IIs, and we put them in chassis, and we put nice scopes. We put 20 MOA on it. Then the custom actions came out, right? The Voodoo came out. Then the Rimex. Then the Curtis. Then the Deuce. And now we're looking at the optical evolution and the twist rates now that are kind of pushing into that third level of evolution, where now we're really looking at how far can we push everything, right? Accurately. And not for the sake of just trying to, not a spec race, but an actual physical difference. Right now, the 1 in 12 is seeming to be the cat's ass, the only way to go if you're interested in, CRPS level accuracy. Now, when we go to ELR level, is that where the 1 in 9 is going to shine? And are there bullets that are better designed to take advantage of that, right?
Well, that's the other thing too. Like from 0 to 300.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say from 0 to 200, the 1 in 16 held its own. From 200 on, it started falling out. Like somewhere that 3 to 400, it really opened up. The 1 in 12 is pushing that out further, but at 500 yards, it's starting to fall apart again. So is there something that would improve that? I don't know.
That's why I want to see the copper bullets.
Yeah,
the hand-loaded copper bullets.
Just not because I think
it's no, but it's not. I'm now at the point. I just want to find out. Not that I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm just where we are right now with what's available. What is the coolest setup for ELR rimfire, and how far and how consistent can it be? Right.
Yeah.
Just curiosity now. It's not something I'd want to, standardize as a division or a competition. But no, so ELR, that's what that extreme ELR is, right? Extreme.
And when you start looking at that ELR, I honestly think you're gonna have to look at your very high end ammo, and that's just all there's to it.
Yeah, well, for sure, right? That's where all of it's gonna play. And again, at that point, it's so other bullet shapes, bullet weights, and then match that with twist rates, and that's going to be that's the next level. That for 99% of the people just doesn't make sense and don't even want to hear it, right?
Yeah.
Comic Sniper asking 1 in 12 for lower distances like 50. I think
I didn't see any difference.
Yeah, it's
good. On a bench rest, you may.
Teeny tiny enough.
Oh yeah. You can hit the 1/4 inch hanger at 50 yards.
That's it consistently, right? You've got the capability to do 1/4 inch consistently all day long with that, provided you do your part.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's very consistent, and from what I can see, the BC is increasing 10% basically. And that was across all of the ammo I shot. I don't believe it, but I don't know what I messed up to create that. So at this point, the only thing I can explain it with is I do have an increase in BC.
Right, and you've proven it day over day, not just a one-off.
No, and it's SK,
it's
Papua, it's Ely Force Contact Match. It's everything I've shot.
Interesting.
Club.
Man, you're gonna be the poster boy for 1 in 12. John 1 in 12 game.
It's starting to feel like I'm going to really. I've bought into it.
You got an IBI logo on the back of your shirt there, John?
Yeah, I can't find one. No.
Well, I think you know they got to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Well, but then that would eliminate my options for possibly a gain twist Bartline to see what's next.
No, you can play with it, just don't shoot it in a match.
There you go.
You're gonna play with it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Gain twist. Don't even get started on gain twist, man. That's crazy stuff.
I'm curious because lead has no spring back, right? So if you always have a gain twist, it's going to keep tightening on those grooves you've worked into the bullet, right?
It's interesting.
I don't know.
It's interesting for sure, man. Oh, I mean, it's it's cool. It's cool to be at this point, in the evolution, that there is in fact evolution. You think about the 22 has been around for many, many decades, right? And nothing's happened to it.
Yeah.
And now everything's happening to it. To the point where it's becoming its own industry.
Well, you see, ammo manufacturers now, they wouldn't be creating specific long range ammo if it wasn't a real market.
Yeah, but so the skeptical part of me is saying how much of that is marketing and how much was really thought out, because I don't know if they're on the cutting edge of the technology. Exactly. So that's why I'd if a manufacturer like IBI was partnered with any one of those guys, then I'd have a bit more, it'd have a bit more credibility for me, right?
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, it's all a 1 in 16 that they're running it in. Maybe they're varying the barrel lengths, but is someone actually making a line of product? And why do they say it's a long range bullet, right?
Usually higher velocity. Because your BCs, like your Ely batch, the EPS bullet, you would say has a poor BC. It's a flat nose, right? Well, its BC is basically the same as the Lapua and SK when it comes to long range.
Right.
So I don't know that you would be able to create a dramatically more efficient lead bullet, if hardly any more efficient. The main thing is going to be the consistency of that bullet shape, no damage in transportation, and a consistent heel, which interestingly is a big deal for bench rest too, even though that's very close range.
That's interesting. Yeah, maybe it's all going to be heel shape development.
Yeah, so like your Ely 10X, the EPS bullet, those heels are all scanned because it's so crucial. And so I assume Lapua probably is on their high end stuff too. But a big increase in BC is not going to happen. More consistency in your velocity, possibly. Like the Ely match I'm running, my extreme spreads over 90 rounds is 25 to 28, and my SD is 5.5, 5.3.
That's pretty solid.
So you're not like, that's pretty respectable.
That's more than respectable. That's what you'd expect at the top end of the range.
Yeah, it's downright good.
Yeah.
So
you're so jaded, John. He's like,
yeah,
an SD of 5 is good.
Yeah. So and the comparing the Rimex and the Deuce, my SDs are the same. So it's not
we should lend you a Voodoo, John.
Yeah.
Because I think you gotta try all three. I mean, there's the Gen 2.5 and there's the 360, right?
I should try the 360 to compare to the Voodoo.
But that's only a bolt though. Like the barrels are going to be the same, the chambers are going to be the same. I don't think would action make that much of a difference to the accuracy. It's more feel and reliability, and
I think
right
at this level. I think, of course, when you get into your bench rest stuff, some of those wee little details they're gonna affect them more.
Yeah, but anytime we change the bolt design,
I guess maybe those things are gonna, like for ELR.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to get one of those BR guys to come out and do a 500 yard. Yeah, but I don't know anyone.
I don't think they don't. Well, what's the long distance for 22? 200? Do they do 200 bench press for 22? They don't go farther than that.
No, they do 100, but there is, it has been in the past. Like, it's not a new thing. F class, like 22 LR F class.
Oh yeah,
and that would go. I go 200 and 300 meters, I believe.
Okay, that's. I didn't really, but they push it that far. Dan's developing an allergy to money now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
he must have caught it from Matt. So.
It won't give you any more points if you can't shoot. So.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so maybe they have to do a competent. Yeah, you must be in B class to spend.
Yeah.
What sort of
before you can buy?
Yeah. If you can't shoot B class, you're not allowed to bring a fancy gun. How's that? How pissed off would people be, John?
There'd only be 5 of us with good rifles. No way.
Well, no, we're grandfathered in because we're staff. I am exempt from all rules. I would never be able to measure up to those standards.
Okay, my bad. There'd be only 8 of us with a real rifle.
Nice.
I don't know how you would define at what level it makes a difference.
Well, the problem is everyone's got different strengths that gets them there. So like if you think of like a 3-sided Venn, 3-circle Venn diagram, there's win call, there's fundamentals, and then there's mental management, right? So everyone has a different weighting on all three of those. We're taking away your CZ, Thomas, and your Cronus. We're gonna take your Cronus, B22. And we're gonna give you a Cabela's Covenant.
Which the thing is, if you have good gear and that gives you confidence, that'll help with the mental part too.
For sure.
So
all kidding aside, I mean, this sport is people get into it for different reasons, and if you love shooting nice gear, go for it, right? But you don't need it, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, because Kevin's running top of the leaderboard right now, and he's shooting a 4.57, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there's no fancy
and that's
trigger
factory
there.
Barrel too. Like that's
and a factory barrel. So
yeah,
lots of
and Nick, who won it last year, is running a 4.55. Right?
Yeah.
Is the barrel upgraded on his rifle? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's a stock 4.55.
It's just as
far as I know.
He has a barrel coming, but it'll be benchmark.
Oh, is he sponsored? He's part of that Bighorn.
Yeah.
Bighorn sales deal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be 1 in 12.
Do they do 1 in 12? Changing his order now.
Because all the cool kids are going to be running 1 in 12. And me.
Oh yeah. No, the thing is, you go buy a boat or something like that. Yeah. That's your hobby. You go fishing. You want a nice boat. You want this or that, whatever, right? And that's exactly the same here. And we can get up in arms about you can't shoot good enough anyway. Which, hey, that might be true, but I'll bet you that guy can't run his boat good enough to be worth $100,000 boat.
Exactly.
So that's not really what matters.
Yeah, as long as you have fun and you're polite.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out,
Yeah.
Come out, enjoy, have a good time, and don't be a dick.
Exactly.
That's three rules. Come out, have fun, don't be a dick. Yeah. Luckily for us, there haven't been any that I know of.
Maybe you just have a thick skin, Rick.
Maybe.
You talk to me almost every week.
That's the best part of my week, John. That's the best part of my week.
right after ice or what?
No, you confuse me with Pascal.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, Comic Sniper has a good question. Ammo, oil or wax, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't want oil because your fingers get all slimy.
That's a personal choice.
In this case, that's terrible.
But you never get dry skin though. For us guys that work trades, that's like it's a chance to rejuvenate our skin. But I don't use oil. Like, who do use oil?
Well, like Lapua.
SK. Lapua uses it because Eli's always wax based, right? Whatever that stuff they use.
I think that the oily stuff, if you have a harder extracting rifle, extracts better. But then not all wax is created equal either.
And they have different waxes. So every model could have a different wax. Because I know, like
your CCI standard velocity, the wax they use on there, it turns into some goo with the carbon, and Ely doesn't do that.
Right.
So I don't find Ely creating the carbon rings like CCI would.
Yeah.
Or SK, whatever.
But again, for the guys that don't shoot, thousands and thousands of rounds a year, it's probably going to be okay. Right. I'm just bummed that I can't run the CCI standard in the 1 in 12. Well, I can,
maybe your mileage may vary because we got this wonderful thing called harmonics to deal with too.
We're going to find out. So I'm going to spend a few days testing.
Yeah.
CCI Blazer, CCI standard velocity, and then we'll go up the range, and match or action or contact.
Yeah. Because the other thing that is for my rifle, it likes the shorter ammo. So and CCI isn't short.
Right.
So this possibly could all be a harmonics thing.
Could be.
Because the long ammo doesn't shoot. Like Ely, the very lots of Ely Contact and Ely Force that shoot very well out of my Rimex, which likes long ammo. The groups on it's unbelievable. 50 yards, inch and a quarter. Yeah, maybe. Like just for it.
If you do your part.
Yeah, if I do my part, I get inch. But the interesting thing is, at 200 yards, they're holding their own.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's so weird. We always talk about grouping as a conical, conical whatever reality. That things just expand. It's going to be twice as big, twice as far.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not better in MOA than 100 yards, and don't anyone ever try to stick that in my mouth because I'll pull it right back out and stick it in yours. It just doesn't degrade as fast as
others. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But so this simply could be a harmonics thing, and it just so happens that the cheap ammo I have is longer, so it doesn't shoot. So you might have the complete opposite experience, and Ely Match doesn't shoot at all, and CCI goes like crazy.
I'm gonna have fun breaking it in. It's probably gonna need several hundred before it's broken in.
Yeah, the action definitely loosened up in the first 500.
Okay,
which is
then I'll lend it to Matt so he can clean it.
I'll wait for 1,000, then do it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be over 1,000 by the time it makes its way back to the West Job for sure.
Yeah.
I will have several thousand put through that thing. If it's not me, it's going to be everyone else who wants to try it out.
I haven't cleaned mine yet, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, but I never clean it unless I'm having issues.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just not. It's a tool.
Yeah.
I'll wipe the outside, but I don't take it apart. But
you mean yeah. No, I have to give them thumbs up. They did the action. That's awesome. Yeah,
that's good to know. I mean, they spent. I mean, I'm speculating that the several months of delay is all tied to making sure that thing ran well. So had you not experienced what you're experiencing now, then I would have been really disappointed.
Yeah, so, I would have too.
That's great.
But they got some great. You got some good design features. Yeah, I like it.
What? How much can did they put on their rail? Is it 20?
30.
30. Okay, good.
Believe 20 is an option.
Yeah, but who wants that?
I don't know actually. I really wish they'd do a 40, but
yeah, but everyone's gonna put rings anyway, right? So everyone's got a set of 20 MOA rings or bases. So.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen, and that's all right.
Yeah, no, it works out perfect because I got my 30 MOA mount, so I got my 60, and I got my full travel, good to go.
Yeah.
So, no, it's good.
Hey, Kareem's wanting to know what the round count is right now for you.
Somewhere in the 2,000.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a season's worth. Yeah, that's practice and matches, typically. right? That's a season.
Yeah. Oh, when we did the survey last year, that was the most common.
Yeah. That's where the sweet spot is.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, that's definitely enough to get a good sampling of performance. Now, it's not all the same bullet.
Yeah.
But
Well, I usually figure 500 to 1,000 rounds before a rifle really settles in. First 500 rounds is just go shoot.
I guess if I have to put 1,000 rounds through it, that's fine. I guess I'll do it because John tells me I got to.
Yeah. Well, your velocities keep changing. Yeah. But anyway,
Hey, Kareem, if you're going to be at the, we should provide a quick update. So in terms of match schedule, so the CRPS match schedule. So we've got a match in Medicine Hat this Sunday, the 19th, and then we are next Saturday, the 25th, at Chaz, which is just southwest of Edmonton. And then we are on Vancouver Island, October 3rd at Vic Fish and Game. That one's not 100% nailed down yet, but they have booked the range for us. I think they're just checking a couple of details, but that's pretty much going to be a go-ahead. The match is already on Practice Score. And then I think I've got a couple of, then we've got Maple Seeds kind of sprinkled in through there. And then the next match is going to be the Western Championships in Kamloops, 2 days. And that'll be pretty much it for the Western Tour, unless I can squeeze another event in there. So it's going to be a lot smaller this year, and I apologize for that, guys. I tried to make it work, but there just isn't enough time to squeeze it all in. So that's the Western Tour update. And then for the East, we are trying to get a mid-October 2-day championship in the East to wrap up the year. And then we are still doing the 2-day sniper series in so there's a 2-day extreme sniper series match in Saskatoon at the end of October. So that's a 2-day extreme. So that's on the Twisted Rooster Ranch. And that's going to be a fabulous property. I'm actually going out there tonight and tomorrow to scout it out. And that's a hike everything in, camping on site for those that can camp. And then the other sniper series is going to be the match at Battle Hill at Ron Sharp's place. And we're shifting that from November 6th to November 20 because of agricultural reasons that the corn isn't going to be off the fields yet until then. And it couldn't be the weekend before because that's my wife's birthday. And I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. It is my wife's birthday, but conveniently the farmer needed a couple of weekends. So it'll be the weekend of the 20th for a 2-day match. And your co-match directors are Ron Sharp and Kevin Niedzwitz. So that's going to be an awesome event. So stay tuned for updates, and that'll pretty much wrap up this challenging scheduling of 2021. And if we can squeeze 1 or 2 more matches in there, we'll try our best. But it's been tough. So thank you for your patience. October 23, 24 for the Eastern Final. I'm not sure. Again, it depends on Travis and when he can get access and when his life dictates. And is that Thanksgiving? When's Thanksgiving, guys?
Good question.
I think it's the 16th is Thanksgiving, right? That could be an issue.
Monday the 11th.
Oh, okay.
According to Google.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're good. All right. So far, so good. All right. Okay. So that's thanks, Rob. Yeah. So far,
I have to go with them because the 16th I'm booked.
Well, if you're going to help set up the match, John, then you can have a vote in the setting up.
Sure. I got to drive out there Friday anyway.
We'll sort it out. There is no X22 happening. The challenge with X22 is for this year it's taking up too many ranges, and range operators are not willing to shut down a long range, a short range, and a multi-purpose bay because we need all of those, and maybe even a fourth bay because we have ORPS and CRPS that can run on one range, and then Silhouette could run on that range. But then there's the paper stages that we have to run down and swap targets and score targets. Then we've got the rimfire race guns, which is up close steel, which is a pistol bay. So that's the biggest issue. So we're hoping we can hit that hard next year. It's been a terrible year for everybody for many reasons, but certainly from an organization perspective and access to facilities, it's been terrible. So I apologize to everyone. It certainly did not turn out to be the year we had planned going into 2021, but we'll do our best and make it happen in 2022. So that's the update. We might have one or two more matches depending on if I can find more venues here and there. But for now, that's where things stand. The events page on CRPS website has been updated, so that is up to date with all of the matches that I know of, with the exception of the Eastern Championships, because we hadn't set a date for that yet. So that's where we are. So that's it.
That's good.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else? I'm trying to think. Did I miss anything? I think that's it. Having a great time driving out west. It's ticking all the boxes for me, which is meeting all my friends. So if you have any outstanding fees that you've paid, you can use that for any future CRPS, or somebody was asking, can they use it to buy one of the RimX raffle patches, which is another thing I want to mention. We have a raffle going on right now. We're selling our Keep Calm and Ring Steel patches. We're selling 100 of them at $50 each for a chance to win a RimX action with one magazine. So that is happening right now. Yeah. Thanks, Rob. And yep. So we can just let me know what you want to do. You want to flip it to one of the matches that's happening. We more than happy to do that. I'm happy to do whatever it takes. Obviously it's tough for everybody, so we'll do our best to make it work for you. Awesome. So
is that a barreled action?
No, just an action.
Just an action.
Just an action. Yeah.
So then you can pick a 1 in 12 out.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could use one of those in a RimX.
Yeah, everyone could. Everyone could.
I have too many rifles. I'm going to stop buying them now.
Sure, John. Sure.
First, you need a rifle.
You
need a rifle for an extra scope, and then you need an extra scope for an extra rifle, and it just keeps on going.
When you have an extra scope, it's got to have a rifle under it. So that's I'm at Extreme Range Outfitters trying to talk myself out of buying rifles that are great deals right now. So there's always I'm a big bullet guy, big bore guy. So they have these takedown 4570s, the Chiappa. So it's looking so good. They have a stainless one and a black one. So I'm gonna go back and check them out.
I got 2 for the little ones. Don't worry, we got that covered.
There you go.
I'm short on scopes. I need about 4 more, but anyway.
John, you should talk to me because apparently I've got a box. If you're looking for just scopes for your kids, I've got a box full of scopes, like 1-inch scopes, 3x9s out the wazoo. All my Maple Seed loaner rifles are full, so these are all excellent scopes. I just I can't be bothered to put them on the used market because they'll be like $25 each, but they're decent scopes.
No, but RimX would be the one I'd pick because the children can load a RimX mag. They can't do that with a mag. You got rim lock, and you can't. Yeah, RimX. You got it. For the little ones, it's a RimX.
Wow, start him young, John.
Wait, trust me, if he's getting a rim, I keep working for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if my kids want to drive a Porsche, they're gonna have to, buy it.
You got it.
So your son's tool belt, does he have a plastic stiletto?
Stiletto? Martinez, man.
Martinez. I can't afford a Martinez.
We have one guy in the crew that he likes a stiletto, so he just started. I don't know.
I'm not a framer though, so I can't justify. I don't need that, I just need something to whack something. I'm going to use it to whack a chisel to take some tile off, or to move a 2x4. I don't swing it as much as you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not tested. Yeah. So what else is new on this podcast?
I don't know. Thomas is wearing red for the first time, but
he knows all these things.
You know what? Whistling Diesels. No, I won't go there.
So for the guys that register for Logan Lake, we can certainly transfer that registration to the finale if you can make it. But there's currently no plans to have a match at Logan Lake this year. Certainly that is a fantastic venue. That's one of my favorites for many, many reasons. But definitely we'll be back there next year. But for this year, we just don't have enough runway in this season to have another one there. I'd have to be gone like 3 months, and I don't think my family would be there if I came back. So I was trying to make it work, but there just wasn't enough runway this year. So yeah, PMA, we'll sort it out. Whatever you want to take care of it. So. Okay. Awesome, gentlemen. So this roadside podcasting is I think is working. Any quality issues? Like I need to get another one of these lights just for better lighting. So people in the Rona parking lot are looking, what's this guy doing? Does he live there? Is he doing makeup? I don't know. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna call it, gentlemen.
Sounds good with me.
It's good as always. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time and all your help in keeping the series and the stats and everything else going. You guys do so much more work that people have no idea. The frantic paddling under the covers to keep this going. So I thank you guys for everything that you do, and I thank you guys for your friendship and your contribution to furthering the cause of getting people out there to have fun shooting. So, yeah.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. And to our listeners, participants, shooters, sponsors, thank you very much. It's been fun so far. We're looking forward to getting our first Western Tour match happening on Sunday. So be good to get those guys again. I'm not looking forward to the 20K, 35K an hour wins that are coming, but that's just the way it is. So, all right, gentlemen, take it easy. Stay safe. See you guys on the firing line. Good night, everybody.